Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Vannin and you've joined me back here on the Herbivore Island castle build, and things have changed a little bit since the last episode. So I can try and figure out how to do the operations. So I kind of like carried on in this section here. Now this, don't think like I've like just rushed ahead and I haven't shown you how to do a lot of these bits and pieces. You're actually coming along as I'm trying to figure out how I want to do this. So previously on other videos and stuff like where I've done builds, I've actually gone and built them and done test builds beforehand, and I know pretty much exactly what I want to do. This time round, I'm taking you through my entire kind of creative process and design. So I kind of like just build and then see how and where you end up, and then end up tearing things down and that kind of carry on. So this is what I've kind of come up with so far. So I've done the front facade, as it were. And I like it and I don't like it. I like it because it kind of looks like it's been built up over a period of time and it's not that symmetrical, but it also slightly frustrates me that it's not symmetrical. I'd like it to be, you know, all nice and even and stuff like that, but if you actually go and look at pictures of castles and things like that, very often you'll actually have like a square turret and you'll have a round turret and different bits and pieces like that. So I'm not entirely hating it. So let me show you what we have done so far. So last episode, ignore the ships, we'll get to them in a second. Last episode we basically did the foundation pieces, and all I've really done, other than like some of this elaborateness, is continued on and laid the foundations coming along all the way around in order to do walls. Now I haven't finished off all of the walls and stuff like that just yet, as well as I haven't really finished off all of the towers as well. I didn't want to finish it off because I actually wanted to show you and kind of show you guys how to overcome, even with building mods, where it does make your life an awful lot easier, giving you the ability to do things like stacking foundations and things like that. Being able to place a ceiling and then a foundation directly underneath it is, you know, really handy. But the layout of the land and things don't always snap underneath each other and things like that. So I kind of wanted to show you, especially with this one, because this one was quite complex to try and do. But I'll go over that probably either this episode or maybe the next episode. We'll go over what I did in that section there. But if we go back over here, the ships are effectively decoration. Not only do I want to try and create something which is usable within the game, I also want to make it look as cool as possible. So this is from the mod Advanced Rafts. So you get these cool rafts, the galleon and stuff like that. And this is something that I absolutely love. This is the dock that you get in Advanced Rafts. And look, the pillars extend down. Now they only extend a certain amount, which I'm not going to be totally annoyed about. What I might do is I might see if foundations snap underneath there, because if they do, then I might put some foundations down here. Maybe, because I do have S plus on here as well now, so I might put some S plus foundations down the bottom there, just to make it so you don't have that. It's not the end of the world, but it, you know, slightly triggers and slightly frustrates me. But I really, really like this, because when if you're trying to recreate this same look with pillars, for instance, when you're snapping pillars really close to each other, you tend to get some funky snap locations and stuff like that. So it can sometimes work out a little bit frustrating in order to do that. But I really, really love these. These are brilliant. So what I was thinking here is, because I can't create a secure opening. I can create an opening as big as I want, but I can't create a secure opening that will let in, like, the galleon. Also, as well, is there's not a lot of room in here for a galleon to turn around. Like, there's no room at all, really. So one of these, the cog, they can get through this opening here. It's a bit tight. They can get through. And you've got a couple of the other ones, obviously they're nice and small and they can get through easily. So what I decided is you wouldn't actually have a dock inside of here. I mean, you would ideally, because it's, you know, more secure. But for a big galleon or something like that, you'd actually have it here. And what I might do is I might do something similar on this side here. So, for instance, if I came off here, for instance, get rid of that, get rid of that, and get rid of that. So if I then brought out from here, coming out, and then it goes, you know, really deep, as docks and things like that, they go along with sort of like deep areas of water. So large ships like this one over here, which have, you know, the underpart, keel or something like that, I think it's called. I don't know, I'm not a ship guy. And then you do like a dock coming out of there, and then it's got deep water for it to come along to. So the big ships and stuff like that, that'll, you know, dump off all the big cargo and stuff, you'd have there. And then I've got a section on here, a large enough section to create like a dock side. I did a little thing here, and this is what kind of prompted me to install advanced rafts, because I remembered that they have that dock. I quite like that. It might stay, it might go, I'm not too sure. Who knows? And I've created an area here where you've got this dock, and then obviously you're going to need an area for all of that cargo. Now, at the moment it's sitting at 9 mods, which might change. Assist being stuck. This also is from Castles, Keeps and Forts. Because I kind of thought this could be a bit of a lighthouse kind of thing. Might need to make it taller. Not too sure yet. So advanced rafts. You have all this stuff. There's the dock there. And you've got water barrels and dinghies, and you've got this beacon light here, which don't know how big that is. How big is the beacon light? Oh, this might be better, eh? Ah. Well, I like that. Don't like you. I like you, though. Wonder what that looks like, then. So we're going to need to change the time of day. Yeah, I like that. Okay, we have a winner. gonna have that one. So I think what I might do with this tower is make it taller. If I make it taller, then obviously we could then maybe go a little bit wider with it. So you see how I've made the battlements. So I made them a bit thicker and chunkier. So in this mod you have a half wall. So if you place your ceiling, then half wall down, and then do a ceiling underneath. So then you got that. And then you put your battlement piece on it, and it just makes it a little bit thicker and chunkier and beefier. And then I'll then come along and put these to show as the supports for it. But on this one, if I was to come out an additional ceiling, for instance, and bring that to where the battlement is, and then do the walkway around the outside, you then get that thing of the tower, and then it kind of like gets a little bit chunkier at the top, which might be a good thing. And then maybe go a little bit higher with this. So that's 3 walls high, I think, that one. Because that's basically a large gate. So maybe go a little bit higher with that, which would be pretty cool. The other thing that I've done is I've laid the foundations for a way to get to the mainland. So foundations all the way along there to give myself foundation support. This is all walls. I haven't come up with foundations with that. But yeah, all walls there. And then we have got these bits here. Now this might change because I'm not totally sold on that. I'm going to get rid of that because I don't actually like that. So that might stay as it is like that. Yeah, quite like it. But I thought there would definitely be a need for the people that live in this castle to have access to the mainland, and not just by ship. So created this, and it's going to be sectioned off by gatehouses effectively. So this will be a gatehouse here. So I'm going to do the walkway on the 2 sides. And then you have drawbridges, which can be also key locked as well, because you have switches. So here it looks like a pull down kind of like switch thing, but it works exactly the same sort of way as a keypad does in Ark. So when you interact with it, it asks you for your code and stuff like that. So technically one person could operate the switch. So maybe there's a switch in there, and then switch all the way back here. And I plan on doing an elaborate guardhouse here, which will probably go from sort of here back to maybe round about there-ish or something, or maybe even further back here somewhere. So do a guardhouse here. And I was thinking of clearing this out and creating a little sort of village, so a trading post sort of thing, from the mainland to over here. It takes a while. These big builds. For everything to render back in again. So, what did I do underneath the water here? Because this bit I am actually really quite happy with, like really happy with, is I created, this is kind of inspired by what's the film? Lord of the Rings. The Two Towers. Was it the Two Towers? Yeah, Two Towers. We had the one weakness of Helm's Deep. I thought that was really cool. So I kind of incorporated that kind of thing here. Also, as well as there would be a need to allow the water and the currents and that kind of thing to pass through. I said that we're going to use portcullises, and 100% I used the portcullises, and I realised that they were actually a little bit too small to get like a raft or something through. So I went with Castle and Keep's version of a behemoth gate, which is a giant gate. Inside of here, I've got hidden is more drawbridges. And that's the way that they can, the people in here can get from one side to the other. Is through there. So the drawbridges will be open most of the time, like you get with any kind of light drawbridge, and then it closes up when you get a ship wanting to come inside. This I really like, but it's a little bit too short. So I'm going to figure out a way whether I can use like a pillar in the corner here and then put this on top of the pillar. I should be able to do it by building this just a little bit higher, and then building all exactly as it is but higher, and then put the pillars underneath. I'm pretty sure I've done that before, and I can't get in. But basically putting the pillar basically sits, and these two bits sit on top of the pillar is the idea that I've had. And this, so Castle Keeps and Forts, if you're not aware, has some different tiers to it. You have let's look at foundations. You have the bottom tier, which is the settler, then you have the villager, and then you have the keep, which is the top. So this is like wood, this is like stone, and this is like metal in ordinary arc. So yeah, so if I come up just like in like S plus, if you've used S plus before, gates are automatic. You can set that, you can change that. I just realized that they would be these. That follows on with that. Now here I've kind of fleshed it out, as you can see. Oh, missing a wall. We have the portcullis, and then you have the archways continuing on. And I've still got this side to do. I kind of stopped so I could show you guys how it's been built up. That is all foundations, but technically I can come along and kind of like pull a load of that out and use walls. I was just doing it out of speed at the time, or probably more laziness, to be honest. So here you have, this is going to come up like this, this side come up like this, and then I'll then fill that in. And then I was planning on putting something on the top here. I don't know whether that's a bit skinny. Maybe it needs to come out in line with there. Not too sure. Thoughts and comments are more than welcome. So if you have any splendid ideas, feel free. Throw them in the comments. But that's it so far. I mentioned in the previous video that because here, so if I stop flying and go into third person, put that away, you can see it's only knee deep. So if I place a foundation here, as you can see, so all of this water that's here, I can actually just kind of hide. Because it's so shallow, you can't use it for anything. You can't really use rafts and stuff like that. Well, you can use a raft over it. But you can't, like, dinos, like any water dinos and stuff like that. So this gives you way more space. So I'm thinking that the castle will... So there's going to be a dockside over there, and I'm thinking of like another trading post kind of thing in this sort of area. Or maybe I'll do something like blacksmith or something, maybe a shipyard. I don't know, not too sure. But definitely thinking of a castle here. And I said about having round turrets, but as all of the towers going around here are all round, I'm thinking, no, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do big, square, chunky turrety things in the corners. So, a big one here, big one here, big kind of like gateway stuff or big entrancey type, very flamboyant and fancy. And then coming back here, turret, that kind of thing, and going from there. And then what I might do is I might utilize some of this space around the other sides here, and make some buildings or something, because there is absolutely, like, I'm just using the keep tier. But there is tons of stuff in here. So we go to walls. You've got all of this kind of like wood and plaster kind of effect. And then in the modular, in the settler, settler, yeah. In the settler tier here and stuff like that, there's all kind of really cool, scaffolding walls and stuff like that. So really loads of stuff that we can kind of make all sort of kind of bits and pieces with. But yeah, so that's where we've kind of got up to so far. So there is going to be episodes in this which will be like this, where I'm just going to kind of cover what has happened whilst you guys haven't been with me. And then there'll be other bits where I'll actually build something, from start to finish. But I wanted to catch you up. I've still got a lot of stuff to do. I've got a lot of walls to finish off and things like that. So next time I bring these guys back, all of the walls will be finished, apart from this section here. So this section here I'll fill in with you guys to explain what I did with it, how it works, and things like that. So yeah, I may even redo this section as well and see if I can maybe get rid of that and then be able to connect there to there, maybe, possibly, not too sure. We shall see. But yeah, Still not sure about that. Chuck a comment in the comment section and let me know what you think about that. So that tower there, this one here, hopefully will be a mirror of that one there. That's my thought. That's my plan. Maybe I was going a bit overboard here with having even more drawbridges. I mean, can you have too many drawbridges? I don't know. Is that a thing? Too many drawbridges? Anybody? Don't know. That might be a bit too much. I don't know. Possibly. Maybe. No idea. I don't really want to, like... I mean, I could move that, maybe, but... I don't know. Let me know what you think. But I think that will be an episode. I'm flying / See, the leg movements just throw me off. It just makes me think that I'm swimming. I don't know. But that's definitely like a flying pose, isn't it? I mean, that's a flying pose. But yeah. If you like the episode, give us a thumbs up. If you're not yet subscribed, hit that subscribe button. Hit the bell notification, you know when I post new videos. He's annoying me. Go away. Desist. Next time round, we will we'll go through what's going on with that. I'll do all of the walls and stuff like that, or I'll have a lot of the walls already done, or do cuts or something. I don't know what we're going to do next time. We're going to do stuff. So until next time, catch you later, guys.